rotated from the from the north round to the east, and Besiktas kind of swapped positions with them, and it would end up being beneficial once again in that position to Erangel. So Besiktas probably looking at it and think, okay, if we get a position again, I'll just hold on to it, because it seems to be a key spot.
But second to last game is just underway here. Game 15 overall. We have broken the halfway mark with the start of the Miramar games today. No more Miramar, though. It's all to Erangel. I'm just saying, we haven't really had a whole lot of military action so far. I'm just calling it right now. We still have another 50 seconds to go. But just we haven't really had a lot of military action so far. Yeah, just throwing it out there.
Unique just hold on to Ferry Pier, right? They just chill around there. MWM take full control of military base. And then over to Novo, we get to see everyone from Unity just chill out there. They take a bridge each. Unique haven't really tried to contest anyone going over their bridge on the left-hand side. And it's just been a waiting game. So everyone just kind of gets their positions and gets the chill. And Severny, once again, quick math, they get to chill in there.
This is going to be fun because Coldamenta has been used to having Milta all to himself now that Erangel moved out towards Milta Power, but I don't think they can fly far enough. So if he's up there to go Milta by himself, he might be landing with 4 guys in Erangel, and that could be trouble for him.
Yeah, that could be very, very, very difficult because you don't want to try and fight that. Not an Erangel that are hitting shots like they are today.
Not at all. They got Savage as well, far up north, going for vehicles out east, and east we go. Erangel, they got the circle, and this is the exact same thing that happened in Primorsk. Boys, you can, if you want to, go center early now. You have a good position, you have a chance to. You saw it work for you in the last game. Why not try and do the same thing again here on Erangel?
And that's one thing, right? We speak about teams changing it up, and that's where we've seen in all the other games, Erangel were always late to the party. They'd come in at the final parts, and yes, they'd still take the fights, and yes, they'd be within placement points many times, looking good. But they would always be in the blue, taking a little bit of damage, taking some chip damage, chilling out for a bit, and then moving in with not much information. They changed it for the previous game on Miramar. If they change it a game here, then I think other teams are going to be starting thinking, okay, we cannot predict what Erangel is going to do, and they're a very difficult team to fight into.
I mean, Erangel is a team they like the chaos because they can keep their calm and keep their overview. They got the communication on point and everything, but they only like the chaos when they're the ones in control of delivering it.
When they're the ones who start it off.
When they're the kind of the scarecrows that scares everyone away, that's when it's amazing for them. Yeah. When you have 15 teams, or maybe make that 4 teams in a specific spot with all trying to be the scarecrow, it just becomes a cluster, and you can be good in those situations, but more often than not, it's just about timing, and it tends to be somewhat random. So eliminate all those RNG factors. Do what you know works for you. You know you have the communication. Pick the fights that you can win. That's why we have Quick Math up here as well. They might not be that kill heavy, but they rarely ever take a fight where they don't know exactly where they have their opponents and how to fight it.
I want to look back as well, right, when we come into looking at what Group A's been like and see actually how many times, especially on Erangel, that Quick Math have been within top 8 because the way they rotate around, no matter where the circles pop from Severny, has always been a position where they've been able to take advantage, even when we've seen them drop players early on.
Yeah, very much so. Very, very correct. Couldn't disagree with you there at all. I'm still surprised we haven't gotten any kills at any point between Wizards and Swarm inside of Yasnaya.
It's so funny.
It's just they've agreed, you know what, we go east, you go west. We all have cars. Why would we bother fighting?
They're like, it's not a risk I'm willing to take. But at some point, like you said, right, one of these teams may just go, I'm going to jump it. I'm going to make it happen. I want to do this.
At some point, maybe we'll have to wait and see. Circle is just about a half minute's time away from starting to closing on in. We need a home. They have had some good performances today. They went in, I believe, 4th or 5th in game number 1 on Miramar, sorry. And then they kind of fell off early in the last one. They got caught off guard by, I believe, 2 teams pushing them from each side. Now they are far out west. They've got some options. I would assume to see them going, if not all the way up towards Severny, then take that far northern rotation. You do not want to risk having people sitting around those bridges waiting for you. I don't know what it is with this lobby, but the whole sort of road blockade thing, it has been much more of a thing. It might have been just an Miramar thing, but if it has been much more of a thing with people trying to do those sort of road ambushes than I've seen ever in any other lobby I've ever casted.
It reminds me of bandits, right? You're like taking a trail through America, get on some dusty road, your car breaks down. They all just jump out and they're like, "Hi, we're ready for you."
I always combine it or compare it with, in Star Wars, how you have like those guys in the desert standing
Sand dunes,
They're standing up there trying to ambush. You're like, run, run, run. not doing all the yelling that they do. That's always the comparison. But now we are in the forest area, so it might be more of a Viet Cong kind of thing with traps everywhere. But nonetheless, Besiktas, they have started moving on forward. They were down to 2 players early and couldn't get themselves that win. Not early, late game actually. Couldn't get themselves that win last time around. Now they will see if they can get themselves into a good position as they start their rotation early. I like to see it going into a good spot, not all those far and wide rotations. Go in early, get yourself into a good spot. You know you have the rotation, take it and use it to your advantage.
And once again, Encelenso is going to be the scout going forward off into Yasnaya. As of now, he's just going to keep having a look around, see what else can be found here, and they're just going to go for the... Yeah, okay, he's just going to go and plant himself in position and wait from what we were seeing. Now, Avangard, they don't have to move anytime soon. They're in a very nice spot. The circle's worked out for them, and they can just chill, at least for now.
Say they're in a nice spot, but then again, they're far down there by the water. The water alone has to be shifted away from at some point. So unless if they get a really big hard shift down towards them, where you're in those situations where it has to include water to some extent. Honestly, if not rotating already, they should have rotated a minute ago. With them loading in multi-power, it's very unlikely that they don't already have the gear they need. You see, Aspervin is moving out now. Max is always as well, but that circle center is completely swamped with teams. Swamped. I'm sorry, I hate my humor sometimes.
Don't worry, I'll teach you some British humor one day. We'll get there.
Is that a good thing? I don't know.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, I need a new commentator, guys, for weeks 2, 3, and 4, please.
The Swamp, speaking of the boys, trying to do some damage to Tubesik. It was a force to be reckoned with last time around, but Aliot's doing everything possible to take him down. Not gonna happen, though. They'll live to see at least another rotation as he tries to make the way over towards, I was gonna say his teammates, but there's no one in front of him. He is the scout, he is the front runner. Stop somewhere, get meted up, because the kebabs are coming towards you, and your vehicle is not in a good shape.
No, he took a lot of damage there. Lucky to stay alive. This could be a very tricky position for him to try and work out of here. He needs the rest of his team to help him out as well. But what's going on in front of us here? We've got Besiktas trying to push in. They know where the P6 is. They just need to try and find him in one of these houses. And actually, he's just trying to duck away and get out of it. They're fully on the hunt. They know what's been going on down here.
I like the disengage from P6. He was in a good spot to take the compound, but now his teammates, they were not at all in a position to come up and assist him. Jeski, you've been in trouble earlier today. You've gone down early pretty much all games. Please do yourself a favor. Stay alive if you can. Not gonna happen, though. Polarook with the Kar 98. One of the rare bolt action snipers we'll see in the games, pulled off by him, gets himself a knock, and once again, Vancona is taking casualties on the first rotation.
He's got Test nearby, but I don't think he's going to be able to pull him up, and this is going to be awful. Straight away he goes down, and we're seeing another bit of a car play. Let's just run each other over, no problem at all. The P6 has got to be careful with the nades coming out towards him. Simsy's been knocked down, though, by Alia, and maybe actually the Swarm could try and battle back a little bit here. They're starting to give their teammates some help, and this could be a position where Besiktas need to be so cautious with these pickups.
The cavalry has arrived. And, well, there's a chance for them to make a play. Big question is going to be whether it's going to be worth it or not, considering that we're still very, very early in the game here. Everybody is kind of starting to take their little piece of the pie of the Knights split, as we like to call it, the eastern side between the warehouse and Lipovka. And with everyone else chiming on in, it's just going to be a matter of time before that circle shows us where to go next. Because if we go anywhere away from here, believe me, it's going to be a big traffic jam for everyone trying to get out.
And you see that, right? Simsy was the one that gets knocked. He had to get the meds in as well. He falls back a little bit to the house further away. Ultra, though, is able to do the damage on the drone's transporter. But it's Encelenso. It says, I'll pick up the frag, though, please.
Thank you.
Quick maths. We need some more frags. We need to catch up with Avangard, you know. Come on, let us have it.
Well, they got the placements. Now they get some kills as well. That's just... I've heard that kills and placements is a pretty good mix. If you can do those two together, then
well,
it's okay. It's okay.
You know, you might just put on Avangard.
Just why not? Why not?
Uh-oh, he's on the heavy fire. That's not looking good at all. Asverin, he manages to get it done, and this circle pop. You said it's very unlikely to go down to the south, but it still benefits Avangard once again. Some of their players moved up to prison, but an Octave stayed there, and actually he might join up into Toyo U as well. Asverin taking further shots, and Avangard back on the hunt.
Avangard, the time you're spending on shooting right now, you should be spending on driving, because there is going to be a lot of teams trying to get into these positions, and they're realizing this just now. This is where we came from. We know it's clear. We see Meet Jamaica's finally going over with boats. This is a crazy southern hardship, and this is going to be a huge highway in prime time for everyone going down south. And Noctif getting himself a knock onto one, and they want to get some more off of this because there's going to be a ton of players coming this way. Besiktas, all of them alongside Insolento, they're coming down now. We talked about road blockades. This is going to be a good one if they can line up the kills.
This is scary. Everyone's going to go past Avangard. We need to be able to see what's going to happen on this roadblock. They're just spraying them down. Can they manage to do any damage here? The teams are having to split up, knowing that this was to be in their case. Snoopy's working his way closer forward. Can't quite get anyone down, but a good effort. Snoopy's there spraying it up. Nearly getting it so much damage. Oh, ever so close. They pull it out and they manage to take down Lund. And that's not looking good for Besiktas.
All I see here is the big farm area with the sort of the fence being broken and all the sheep just running in each their direction and these dogs trying to bark them back in order. Fortunately, they do manage to do some damage. Only one kill off of it right now, but the remaining 3 players of Besiktas somehow got out of that one alive.
That was everyone just scattered out and they went, all right, they can't hit all of us. Let's split. Someone's going to die and we don't want it to be us. Haxeti's gone down to Savage, though, and Elgig. We keep seeing him on the scoreboard across multiple games, right? They're taking some of these fights, getting a few kills in there. It's the placements that also need to start stacking up for him.
You see a little bit of a pull-up from Sweaty Nerds here. They realized there were only 2 players in. We do have the remaining 2 players from Desperado in a position to shoot down, but if we do see either Tausera or Coldamenta getting knocked, the time it would take for the 2 players up north and Fake and Calvin to come down and physically assist and get them back up on their feet might just be too long. Oh, Andy rarely misses shots, but that one, unfortunately, not quite there. He gets another chance just above the head of Calvin Coldamenta. We talked about it just now. He's been knocked, and now for Fake and Calvin, they have to figure, can we go down and assist Tausera, or are we just going to leave them and play 2 for the remainder of the game?
Just going out, Zyphon goes in for a couple of extra shots. Zyphon, he's been always the front runner, the aggressor in this, while the rest of Sweaty Nerds are behind him, helping him out. Can they get Coldamenta put down? Tausera just going to run away for now, and he is just going to abandon his teammate. He doesn't want to engage in this fight. It's just too risky.
And this is the test right now, because they don't know that he ran off. We saw Zyphon earlier yesterday do a play where he was like, I'm just going to push, I got it, no worries, guys. He gets not only knocked, but he gets finished off without any counterplay at all. They need to play it smart. Zyphon, fortunately, gets down the finish on there, and they looked more calm. They looked more under control, and they played it off well.
MYM, right? We saw him rock up on the boats. They've now got over, and actually in a very nice spot.
Yep.
The ground they were able to cover there is, okay, not perfectly central, but it's looking nice. And Conus, we're looking at on our screens now. They lost a player early on, but they put themselves just on the far western side of the circle. Ensolenzo's got himself sandwiched between 4 Avangard players.
Wow.
Ensolenzo's good, but he's not that good. That's a scary position to be in.
He's sitting in the Wizard Tower, and I have some sort of idea that Avangard might have a hunch that there's a player in this area. I'm not sure if they can't give Sid away, or the nades, or the open door, or spotting the player, but Ensolenzo, sleep tight, buddy. Not a whole lot more you can do there, unfortunately. 2-0, he's going to leave the house now. He knows he's in a priority compound in the middle of everything. He's going to go back off, try and see if he can find a smaller place that's more unlikely to be pushed by anyone, because he is very much in the center of the circle alongside Meteor Megas and the boys from Unity. Tausera is going to be... He's going to be trying, I was going to say, to get back up towards his teammates, but not going to happen because Fake and Calvin, they are a little while away.
A little while away indeed, as we now wait to see how these teams are going to reposition themselves. Avangard working their way in, but they're in the circle a little bit closer than what they have been previously. They're actually going to be starting a little bit of a fight now onto the Swarm, who are desperately trying to run away here. More shots coming, and this is it, right? Avangard are just on the hunt. No matter what they see or hear, it's just, we're going in for it. We want the kills. We're going to get this done. And everyone backs away. They don't want to take these fights. Jumping out of the car and then Leia, what are you doing?
We talked about how yesterday nobody dares to take the center spot. Avangard knows this, and well, I mean, if anyone is playing scared on the edge, why not play confident on the edge? Because more often than not, you'll win those fights. They're trying to make it work. Can cost them when it comes to rotations later on in the game, but at least for now, it's paying off. BenQ trying to take down some of the players from Kebabs. They do make it look majestic as they do somersaults all over the place with their vehicles, making it down towards the water. We know the next circle is going to shift away, so Milta could be in, but that Beachstein down there probably won't. Maxisol, though, getting a nade to the face. Not a whole lot you could do there.
Just from this game alone, Toby, it's been like watching the Italian Job, but the difference is no one can drive at this point. Because every time they get in these cars, Avangard's there spamming you away. Smash Spray's been knocked by Benki, which means that at least for Sweaty Nerds, they're starting to push further forward here and get him some extra kills. Benki's got to be careful. Lipson's able to come into the fray, and he shuts him down. Sweaty Nerds need to give him some backup. Further nades coming out here from Avangard. They're just looking to get their finishes off here. So much damage being done already. 3 kills, soon to be 5.
Look at BenQ's position. He was all by himself.
Yeah.
Team nowhere to help him, and unfortunately goes down. But we've seen it before, and now we see it again. It's unfortunate. P6 gets the flush down to Max. It's all great reaction play from him. He's all by himself. He still has players to deal with. 3 remaining, that is, from Avangard. They know exactly where his nades are raining on, and Alia gets finished off. Snoopy above, and we have Asperin on the other side of the road. This is going to be one hell of a tough one for you. 13 bullets remaining is all he has. Just 5 down, but it's not going to matter. Unactive is on a rampage, and Avangard. Boys, you have some guts to take these fights time and time again, and you're delivering every single time.
Ooh, nice circle though. We go north away from the water as expected, but look who it's starting to benefit now. Reciprocity are in there, Wizards as well. Elgig looked like to be starting to head over to try and finish off Avangard then, but now they'll just back away. They go, okay, look, circles pop. This is actually a good position for us. We can try and make this out, and actually they could be the closest to the crate as well.
Issue here being that the entire southern side of the circle, if not in Multa, that's the Multa fields, and there's not a whole lot to play from there. You have a little bit of a hill, a rock formation in the middle, and then you have that one shack. But other than that, it's a lot of space in the circle that nobody wants to go into, especially now. Sure, later, bring in your cars, you don't need them anymore. But if you have to go out of Multa now and push north, you do need to have those vehicles available. So for Meteor Megas, all they can do is sit down in Multa and hope the circle shifts down there. Same thing going for Kebabs. You cannot make that way out without vehicles coming into the final circles.
Now the Kebabs, they're still in play. There's still a lot of teams actually, 15. And from the action we've seen, I expected more teams to be out by now. But this has just been one of these crazy games. T-Bone, he doesn't miss many shots. And there you go, proving it once again. Calvin Klein goes down. And we're going to see what else the Wizards can do. Snoopy, he gets knocked. Elkick, they did want to engage.
O'Connell is so close. Arrows gets shot at, and that's Desperado. They do not know that O'Connell is right down and below on the other side. There you go. He got the knock onto one player, but Sarah has to make the runoff now. No rest coming in on towards Fake. He's miles out. Sarah has to play it solo and will do everything he can to stay put. 4 guys still alive for Wizards and for Reciprocity. Just losing one guy there in the process. And Quick Math once again. I don't even think they got a kill, and that's 2 games in a row with 0 points.
No, they got 1. They got 1 kill. 1 kill right at the beginning.
It's 2 games in a row with 1 point overall.
Still not good for him, but either way they're involved. Sweaty Nerds, definitely not Andy, gets taken down by Polyderic. And like you're saying, right, we need a home. They continue to find their ways into these battles.
Also, why? I mean, they're so far split apart. Memo is all the way up in the house, and I understand their positioning. They want to go out and they want to split and they want to get some more info. But when you know there's a team nearby, you need Memo to be in a position to really assist. And unfortunately, they're just not able to do anything. Andy goes down.
The reason was Memo for the longest time was holding off the players sat in the field.
Yeah.
And then Polyderic's just been able to sneak up. And I don't think they expected that confidence and that big push to come his way. Either way, Sweaty Nerds now in a very dire situation.
Yeah, Memo all by himself. Unique heard all the shots fired from yellow houses, and they're holding the road blockade just west of Milta. It's going to be really tricky for them to get out. And for Shiv, caught off guard. Raffi and Hax went down just before, and Tausera, they would seem to want to get him down. But look at this. Everybody's been rotating so early, especially the center teams. Shiv has just 25 spare bullets in his AK.
Needs to find some ammo, and he needs to find it fast if it's a possibility, or potentially take down Tozera and rip away his.
Give me your ammo. That could be an option. Circle's coming to a close. As I said before, for Meteor Megas, they wanted to go south-south and a little more south, but for everyone else, they do not want to be forced inside of Milta.
Now, Unity has been a quiet game from them, but they're still in the fray. Haven't got close by to them. Orange Snow is going to be having a little scout ahead. His teammates just backing him up as we get to the woodland area to see exactly who's going to take the first strike. Avangard have made all the noise, so Unity certainly have the aspect to use a surprise factor in there as we get to see where this circle's going to go.
There you go, Pops, and somewhat center we go. Lumber Mill is the area we're going to, and for Meteor Megas, that city is not going to be available anymore. Poloderic does go down. because he secures himself the kill. And they should know for a fact that Memo is still up there. But for the guys in Shiz and Kebabs and for me, Jamaica's, how are you guys planning on getting out of the city? The circle's going to close in just 30 seconds, and you have a long way to go. But look at this Erangel trying to hold on to their comrades from Russia. It's not going to be easy. Asterin goes down as Erangel pushes across.
Yeah, not looking good at all here for now for Erangel. The pressure's been applied. They have Beska Eaters on them as well. So 2 teams getting involved in this, and they're looking to put the hurt onto Erangel. Snoopy just having to back away.
Okay, make the run back, play it smart, play it safe. And Octopus is shooting uphill. He's like, guys, there's people up here as well we can shoot at.
He's like, I still want kills, regardless.
Bullet magnet just tapping away at everything he can. And why wouldn't you? Well, you might want to reconsider because you got all the Unity pushing up. Unity has been playing kind of the quick math game where they go into a compound, they lay low, they will shoot if they have to, but they haven't really been in a position where they've been forced to do so. Now they're in the open, the dog has been released, and it's going to go start hunting because they will have to start fighting their way on in.
Yeah, that's it, right? They can't hang around here for too long. On Octave, he's got himself nicely tucked away. Snoopy backing him up from just over behind him. So they've got a nice little setup regardless. And this is where you can see the communication comes in from Erangel, right? On how they wanted to try and make this work. Besiktas, though, they're up at the top, being left relatively alone for now, and they're just taking pop shots constantly. They're even having to go at Unity. He's just tapping. Ultra wants this kill.
Yeah, there's no more hair remaining on the head of Tisserin. Those bullets, they strafe right over his head. Memo does go down, and that's going to be Sweaty Nerds out in 13th. Had something working for them earlier on, but then as we've seen before, unfortunately, sets themselves up in positions where there's no real counterplay coming in, and they lost one teammate after another, and in the end, unfortunately, Memo does go down as well. Simsy now trying to hold up. They know that there's people coming from down south, and Noctiv has left the house with 3 guys sitting up here waiting. They've just got to figure when and where these guys pushing out. But for El Gigant and sitting above the music, I like to see this. Simply no tunnel vision. You cannot focus just down because you yourself will most likely have to move out at some point, and you need to constantly be aware of your back.
Yeah, he's got to be aware of everything around him because Erangel are creeping in. They've got themselves within the circle now. And actually, Unity are pushing up at the same time. So from 2 different sides of Elgin behind him as well, this can get very tricky. Sheesh has gone down. The Kebabs have been eliminated. And now we get to see MYM, see what they can do. They've had good positions throughout all of this game so far and kept 4 alive.
See Test taken out there as well. 2 solos eliminated. We're down to just 10 teams remaining. And for Orange Snow and Unity, I mean, they have a chance now to lay down fire on Meet Your Makers, and they do. We see it right here. They heard the shots fired. They saw the shoes being taken down, and now they realize, well, we have a chance to do something here, but they never overcommit on it. Circle does shift up north to Telsera, saying, I might be a solo player, but holy cow, I'm getting these circles.
Yeah. It's all working out for him right now. He's just chilling in the buildings right opposite towards Reciprocity. Wizards just on the edge of it as well. So there's a lot of teams just on the cusp of getting in. MYM looking to catch some of these players on the rotation. Taking further damage in. More shots coming out towards them. Standing's like, okay, I got to try and hold on here. More smokes going down. But Orange Snow is still picking off some of the MYM players. He knocks down Rubsy.
This is the thing. They have to make their move in the circle themselves. They're trying to do something from this position to Yupika. Trying to drive on down Laza, saying, thank you, buddy. I'll steal that kill and add myself some more points on the kill feed. But you see the 4 teams on the southeastern side of the circle all have to make their way in. And we got the circle pushing in already. We're in the late game. It's going to start doing a lot of damage and need to constantly be on a move.
And it's like they've been gifted a golden opportunity here for Erangel. They've been left to get away with this. They've not been able to push out just yet. A few shots coming into them from Elgig while this whole battle's going on between Unique, Elgig, and MYM.
All the CIS teams fighting it off down here. Meet Your Makers trying to just be the silent, and he's just sprinting on forward for Penguin. As silent as he wants to be with that PSS, not going to be enough for him. Play with me, sprays him down in the field. Not a whole lot more to do, but play with me now. Single player remaining. Spots up 1 player from Unity, gets him down as well, but there's still 3 more to go.
If he can hold on to this would be an absolutely amazing play. Further damage being done. He's just got a couple more to fight, but then Tisserin is the one who managed to get knocked, and Apocalypse will finish him off. This is what happens when you're making all that noise. You get completely surrounded, you're hounded down, and now Erangel, regardless, they're still entering into these fights with just 2 players left alive. 7 kills already. What more can they do? Snoopy's looking for it. Orange Snow just around the corner. There's so many players of Unity that are down right now that now Erangel say, hey, look, let's get back in the action. Let's put the pressure on them.
Third party, and third party. Some more. That is the schedule for Snoopy and Erangel, but they might just be in for a bit too much here. Inoctive was the damage dealing leader previously, and now he is back up there again. 6 kills to his name just in this game alone. Scoom trying to do some damage, trying to hold off the boys from Besiktas from pushing up over the hill. Does manage to do so, but they have to play it super smart and super careful. Once again, 2 players live only on their team, but they're doing everything they can to hold them away.
Yeah, we're in the point of the last 8 teams remaining. Unactive's been taken down. It's now all on to Snoopy. He's going to be finished off. Avangard go out in 8th place. But they got a good amount of kills, so it's not the end of the world. And Quickmath went down far before them, so no real issue on losing that #1 spot just yet. But the remaining teams and that circle, again, benefits massively for Wizards Reciprocity. And Tozero on his own for Desperados, he's holding his flag and saying, I can dance all day. I'm just chilling in this house.
I think he's been in that house for like 5 circles in a row now. That's been very, very fortunate. And he will be able to stay there for a little while longer.
He's literally just waiting for the moment he has to move. He'll pounce, see if he can get a couple of kills in there. Hope no one tries to take his building, and Scoom actually might be the one to kind of move around towards him.
This is Wizards' game to win. They have had some rough patches when those 6 circles have forced them into fights. Now they're on the more quiet side of the circle. There's still 4 guys up and alive. Nicer has a nice split, but they need to pull it off if they want to get back in the mix. They're far down the list, and they need this win to do things. But there you go, Teaser in. Gets himself 2 knocks with that nade. Did some damage with the M4 to begin with, but the double nade comes into play. That's going to be a vehicle explosion taken down, and it's all up to Mithralius now single-handedly to pull this one off.
That was brilliant from Tizerin, spraying them down, gets the nade out. Good timing across the board, looking for team get eliminated, but it's Simsy hiding around there, playing the sneaky position, just trying to give himself some cover. He knows what's going to come up towards him, though, and now this is where he has to be very aware. Hides behind the rock, peeking around. He's just so cautious. He doesn't know where they might come from.
Yeah, you got 3 people coming in from behind it. He's not at all prepared for it, and down he goes. Dastish goes down as well. Elgigant as well, a team that could really, really use a win here. They only have 3 kills. Has been on the 3rd layer up the mountain, I guess you can say, with teams not coming up towards them before just now. Orange, though, trying to make the push on up. Does manage to get a headshot on towards Hookstar, but he does have the level 3 helmet. Savage, nice knock coming in with the SLR. Orange, no, you're a solo player. These peaks are dangerous.
He doesn't want to risk it. Huck's just going to take that time to get himself first aided up. He's going to give himself some cover with the smoke.
Look at Wizards. They control, they take in the circle. They have Dice on the northern side. They keep arrows back to make sure that there's nobody pushing up from behind. And then they have T-Bone and O'Connell to talk about them being a force. Once they're together, once they're playing it smart, they're doing everything they can to get the win. Right now, they're sitting at a solid, I want to say 40 to 50% of the circle in control, and they know that they have no one back there. If this next circle shifts away from the compound, they could very much take home the win, and it will. It's going down south, and unfortunately for them, that's the only part of the map they have no control over.
Yeah, that was less than ideal for Wizards, but they've held strong for so long now. Now, both Scoom, Tozera, and Shiv, they've got a building each. Good crossfire for Reciprocity at least, but it is just a waiting game. They're thinking, okay, look, we'll let these guys, they want to be the big guns, they'll fight it out, and then we'll come in at the end. The question is, Reciprocity, I don't think know that Tozera's been there for that long. So this could be really interesting if they all pop out and be like, oh, hi.
Hello, friends. Coming out with the big beards because they haven't seen the sun in like 5 years. Oh, is this what the world looks like?
It's the Spider-Man meme where it's the same Spider-Man. He's pointing at each other. He's like, you're here.
You're here. That's right. We didn't kill all of you guys 30 minutes ago. No, but nonetheless, they will be able to, at least for now, stay in the compound. But as you can see as well, Wizards, they are very much aware that there indeed are still people inside this yellow compound down here. For Elgiganten as well, they're just going to be waiting. They're going to be sitting out. They're going to be waiting. They don't want to push in for Orange. No, honestly. Can he just chill down here for long enough? Because this is going to be the final circle. The next one is going to be the Death Center one. And everybody right now are expecting the push out from the compound. They'll be waiting and waiting some more. And for Elgiganten right now, you see them on your minimap. They're pushing down a little further south. They want to get the control. They don't want to get backstabbed. They have had a lot of rough patches, and now they have a chance to win. They want to make everything of it.
Yeah, Wizards, what can they get done here? They're being very cautious around these houses. They know there could be some players inside, but no one's given up their spot just yet. Elgig taking some shots. They've got to be cautious here as well. They've got to be ever so careful what's going on around them. O'Connell, he can do some serious damage. That 6-time mini in hand. Look at the positioning now. They're working there all the way down. They've grouped up together, and they're just going to see who's going to poke out first, who's going to give us a little inch to work with.
Wizards, they say to ourselves, 4 guys alive, 11 players total. We have the numbers. We have to utilize it. They're playing all together right now. Really, really smart playing from Wizards. They're taking their time, playing it safe. No reason to go aggressive just because you're 4 alive. Once the fights come in, you know you will have the upper hand, and you got to make the best of it.
An Orange Snow all the way down there, thrown his way up. Savage has got good understanding that this could be happening.
Yeah.
So Zera's found a kill onto Scoom though.
There
so
you
they
go.
have started to move out, and they have gone, oh God, you're over here as well, mate. Time for you to go down. Now it's all going to be up to Shiv to see what he can do. And watch at this. Elgig started to push their way up as well. Wizards at the same time, they would have heard this going on. Tozera's position is known, and now he has to be on the defense.
There you go, Orange Snow gets some good shots on towards Hookstar. Prones down to get those meds up. And for Elgiganten, they now know they have a Thorn, and they need to plug it out before they can take that big confrontation on the remaining teams alive. Orange Snow is going to be annoying. The longer he stays alive, the less info they can get. He will go down and now do a 180. Focus on what's inside. They know for a fact the remaining players are all in here.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Wizards playing the prone game. So Zera's moved his way out. Shiv not quite doing anything just yet. Will be spotted, and then straight away he's eliminated. Reciprocity get a keen 4th place. That's not bad at all. And now it's going to be up to Wizards to take down Elgig. Can they get it done? Damage happening from the circle just a little bit there. They've got to be ever so careful. Dice is quickly getting off the first aid kit. Wizards actually could be on the back foot because it's such aggressive play coming out here from Elgig. They see the win in their sights. They're trying to get it done.
Eros played it smart. He's proning right on the dot. He knows that he will never have to move. All he has to do is look uphill and start shooting. There you go, Savage taking damage. Damage does come in, and it's enough to get him down in the knock. 1 player in return, though. Elgiganten get themselves their 10th kill. It's a 1v1. No, Deeks, you're taking way too much damage from the circle. You're a solo player remaining. 25 HP. It's a 1v1. T-Bone at full HP, and he gets himself the victory right there. 8 kills and a win for Wizards. Good game for Elgiganten as well. They both needed this great